Hello guys and welcome to another Sword Urg Death video. Today I want to talk about Fizz and Attack, and I'm wondering why no one is talking about it. So let's drop straight into it, right? I'm going to try to make it as easy as possible. So I did have two boots. I'm going to throw the screenshot here on the screen. And basically, I was testing the Divine ones with the I don't know, epic or legendary. I don't remember what they were again. I don't want to tell you guys shit, so let me just look at the screenshot. They were legendary. So we're talking about 60k attack, roughly, versus 30k Fizz Mastery. And what this here means. When against enemies of the same level, increase by approximately 35.6%. So now, let's get into that. The normal consensus is that high attack is good if you use multitude of skills, right? Um, Elemental skills like Doomblade or Darkness Descent or Flame Slash. And if you use Fizz Mastery, you really want to use physical skills like Sunset or Eclipse or Lion Combo, you know? And this is all correct. But what I thought started doing is I tested against a dummy that is higher on level. So I don't know if you knew, but if you go to the dummies, expert 10 here, if you start the test and you click on the dummy, you see here the 230 is the level of the dummy. And the level 1 dummy is level 70. And the level 5 dummy is level 130. So it's like roughly the range of level you should have as your character. And when I tested both of these boots against these dummies, I had an insane amount of damage on the Expert 1 with Fizz Mastery, but an insane amount of damage on the Expert 10 with Attack. And so I thought, I was wondering, what was the determining factor why Expert 10 gives Attack more damage done than Fizz Mastery, and vice versa. Why did Expert 1 give Fizz Mastery more damage done than Attack? And the only real stat that is different between the dummies is defense and the level. So we could imagine that the text that Fizz Mastery tells us that the same amount of like the same level enemy gets a buff, that this buff is going to get reduced the higher level the enemy is. And the same time, probably the lower level the enemy is, the higher that buff gets. It's just an assumption, right? An attack is a very static value. So it could mean that the Fizz bonus completely disappears the higher the level of your enemy is, therefore making attack much more potent because it doesn't get reduced. And I also don't know if it gets reduced into negative. The only thing I do know is that the average damages compared to each other between attack and Fizz build were um, let me see, I want to tell you the exact number. The difference at the Expert 1 dummy between Fizz and attack was 77% more damage for Fizz. On the Expert 5 dummy, this difference was 9%. And on the Expert 10 dummy, attack did 25% more damage than Fizz. So it flipped all of a sudden. I also put up the graphics now, a graphic table that I created based on the numbers that I made here, so you have something visually to see. So that is not saying that Fizz Mastery is useless. Fizz Mastery is even more superior than attack at this point. Because what it does, it carries with your level. So if you're level 125 and you fight someone that's level 130 and you cannot beat him, it's like a little, like 1% health left and you die all the time. If you reach his level, you will do more damage because your percentage buff is going to get increased and you're actually going to beat him. Only issue is usually other people level up at the same rate as you. And the more you wail, the higher level you can accomplish by the temporal stones, etc. Right? So your Fist Master, you're always going to beat everyone below you. But that makes it a very good PvP stat to look for. Because even if your enemy is like roughly your level, a little bit higher, a little bit lower, you will do more damage than if he compensated with attack. So it's very good for arena, actually, if you think about that. And it also means the moment you beat someone when you're on the same level, you will beat him over and over again because it takes him forever to compensate that in attack. The roughly estimation that I made was, I mean, you just see it here, 420k attack versus 420k attack and like 14k Fist Mastery versus 360 and 42k attack Fist Mastery. That's night and day. It's easy now for me because my sword didn't have Fist Mastery. It would be easy to get a sword now that has Fist Mastery, and boom, I'm already much better than if the guy with 420 gets 550k attack. Doesn't matter. I increase from 40 Fist Mastery to 60 or 70, and I'm already much stronger than the 550k. So that's a little bit of a bummer here. Though in PvE, attack is usually better because the bosses we get, and every new boss, the nightmare versions, the purgatory, the dragon that gets buffed with a HP, it makes PvE at the same time a mix between attack and Fizz and Elemental Mastery is probably really good for tournaments because you want to use more AoE kind of abilities, and most of the multi-hit abilities that Berserker right now has is physical, um, which probably doesn't matter on T4 anymore. But for T4, you again want to have a moderate mix of elemental and physical and attack because we're going to go hybrid. So, yeah, well, anyway, guys, that was basically what I wanted to talk about. As a little bonus, I give you speed. Speed, roughly 70k speed, from what I saw, equates to another turn, another action per turn, not turn, another action per turn. So if you do like 45 actions per turn, I don't know, and then um, you get an increase from 200 to 350k speed, you should do 40, well, two more actions, right, per turn. There you go. So I hope that helped you guys. I will make a dedicated video for explaining every little stat in detail soon, so don't miss out. Subscribe, share this video also with all your Berserk friends and family and your grandma and whoever you want to share that with or should be shared with because the information is good. In the description, I put a little bit of how I try to calculate all of this. It's going to be a lot. Maybe it's going to be a paste bin link. And then also, what I want you to know is that I will also make another video about the new updated Berserker build, and it will come out before the tournament. I promise you it will come out before the tournament. I know you all were waiting so long for a new video. I'm very sorry. I was busy, vacation, etc. And I need to have my mental state also in place to do videos because, then this happens. Sitting on a 30-minute video for 5 hours because all of a sudden I realized, wait a second, I can do more tests. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Peace.